Nerds, welcome to Jerry Reacts. Today we're going to go over Supernatural, Season 11 recap. If you've never watched a recap, I'm just going to go over the season really quickly. Probably miss a bunch of solid points. We're just going to go over it, and then we're going to get into the JerAwards for Season 11. And goddamn nose hairs and mustache hairs curling up into the nose. We're going to get into it. We're going to rank the episodes, and I'm going to talk about this season. Obviously, that's what I do every time, but like, this is a really good season, but there's something about it. All 23 episodes of the season are here on YouTube as well. They're also on Patreon. So however you want to watch, the choice is up to you. Now, season 11 of Supernatural kicks off just where season 10 ends. The darkness is coming. Amara is coming, right? Dean sees this woman in the shadows. She bears the mark of Cain. He used to bear the mark of Cain. This darkness, this is what they've unlocked by getting rid of this. So this darkness is pouring down. There's no death no more. And eventually they run into a city where this darkness is taken over and it's like slowly killing people. But they find this baby who belongs to this dude. Dude ends up turning because the darkness is turning everybody. Dean wants to go help this baby. He's just drawn to helping this baby for some reason. And then Sam wants to stay and cure people. So Sam ends up getting infected, and he cures the infection using holy fire, which is never used ever again the entire time anybody gets this. I just want to point that out. I don't know if it's even an option past this point, but it's just a thing that happened. Towards the end, Dean realizes that this baby has the mark of Cain on her little collarbone, and this baby grows up pretty rapidly, and Crowley takes the baby, trying to grow her up once he realizes what it is. Now that people are starting to get the rumors that the darkness is spreading, and he wants to raise her as his own and use her as a little bit of leverage against pretty much everything. So she grows up. She gets, no, get away from me, Dad, and goes off on her own. But her and Dean have some weird attraction. They had a weird scene between like a 17-year-old and Dean. It was uncomfortable, but nonetheless, she grows up into a full adult. It still feels weird a little bit, but still. We have a phenomenal episode, all shot with inside of the car. The series keeps rolling on from there. And pretty much they're looking for ways to defeat the darkness. Every time they come in contact with Amara, they try to take her out, but nothing seems to work. There's hints all throughout the season about God. So it comes down to the hand of God. They try to use these items to kill Amara. Doesn't work. Along the way, Sam's been praying and getting these visions he thinks is from God, right? He's like, oh man, I gotta go do this. So Sam feels like he needs to be back in the cage. So with the help of Rowena and Crowley, he goes to the cage and talks to Lucifer. Lucy's there. Lucy's there. It's beside the point. So Lucifer, while trying to talk to Sam into being his vessel, reveals that he was the one sending him the signals to lure him back here inside the cage. And it worked like a charm. Dean and Cass show up. They try to help. They both get pulled in the cage. Rowena's like, you know, it was all up. You know, she's the one that did all this. And just as they do some voodoo to cast Lucifer back to the cage, it's revealed that Cass allows Lucifer to take over his body, creating Cassifer. Or Lass. Loose ass. But Cassifer is created, and the boys don't realize this until later when he finally reveals. They do some time traveling, blah, blah, blah. Getting the Hand of God powers, trying to use it to take down Amara doesn't work. Crowley even uses it, takes down a demon, goes to use it on Lucifer. Lucifer looks a little scared, doesn't work. So it keeps rolling. We hit a soft streak where it's just Monster of the Week style episodes until Don't Call Me Shirley. It's revealed that the whole time that Chuck was God. Metatron has been human this whole time, gets back in contact with God. God's writing an autobiography, basically explaining why, you know, it's okay for Amara to destroy everything. He's trying to be blah, 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 blah. And it turns out that this is more of a suicide note. God's planning on sacrificing himself to Amara for the pain that he caused her. And it's revealed that, of course, Amara is his sister, God's sister. So Metatron warns the gang. The gang's like, Dean confronts him about it. Whole time, Dean's been drawn to Amara. Kissy, kissy, smoochy, smoochy. The whole reveal of God was really cool. I kind of skipped over with the fog coming down. But regardless, Amara doesn't want to hurt Dean. She wants Dean to be a part of her. So, uh, once they realize God's plan, Dean kind of tries to talk him off that ledge, like, we can lock her up. So essentially, it's revealed that they need to get the mark of Cain off of her, put it onto somebody else, and that's going to lock her up again. So they assemble the Avengers. They get Crowley, Rowena, who was dead but then came back. They get Crowley, Rowena, the angels, demons, Lucifer, God, Sam, and Dean. In order to do so, God had to have a sit-down conversation with Lucifer. He apologized to him. So he's on Team Us. The witches attack. the witches attack Amara, and then the angels, and then the demons. And all in all, she comes stumbling in, gets stabbed with the hand of God by Lucifer. And then God monologues for a little bit, trying to give the key over to Sam. Doesn't work out as planned. Amara kind of almost kills God, puts him in a dying state, removes Lucifer from Cass. And then that leads into our finale, where they take a bunch of souls, they put him into Dean. Dean goes to try to be a giant bomb. It seems like it's going to be the end of Dean. He's crying, hugging people, telling him he loves him. And then nobody said I love you, actually. It pisses me off. He goes to kill Amara, this woman that he's drawn to and low-key in love with, but not really his choice that he's in love with her. Goes to blow up this bomb. She senses it. They summon God there. They have a conversation. God apologizes. Instead of killing anybody, instead of banishing anybody, God and his sister hold hands and reappear back up into heaven. But two things. Sam and the gang think that Dean is dead. He goes back to the bunker. Some British chick is there. Who cares? She shoots, gunshot. What happens? Who knows? Fades over to Dean. The last thing Amara said was, "You gave me back the thing I needed most. Let me return the favor." The thing she needed most was family. She was tired of being alone. So, what does she give him back? His mother. Mary is back. And all in all, season 11 is about the darkness, yin and yang, the balance. That's what it was. Season 11 is a phenomenal season. I say that to say the finale was lackluster. The only reason I say it was lackluster is it had such a good build-up, and it doesn't feel like the payoff was there. It's a very good, wholesome payoff. Like, I'm not going to knock it, but it almost feels like episode 22 should have been the finale, like a cliffhanger finale. God's dead. Cassifer's dead. Sam and Dean are kind of knocked unconscious. Is Rowena dead? Is Crowley dead? Holy shit, are you kidding me? Amara walking away? The sun dying? That's a great season finale. But then again, they may not have had the resources to pull that off for season 12. Would that have been a disappointing opener? To load Dean up with these souls to go take her down and they go up to heaven and then Mary's right there? Fuck no, it would have been a great season opener. Now this chick's here, and then next week you see what's happening. I know Sam's fine. Dean's looking at his mom. It doesn't have the same cliffhanger feeling as the end of 22 did. So I think 22 would have been a better finale. 23 was decent. It doesn't take away from the fact that this season is fire. I was really thinking that they were going to do God and Amara were going to put themselves in the cage like Lucifer and Michael were, and they could spend all that time hashing it out, and then they would need a new light and a new dark. And then Lucifer, Lightbringer, he was going to end up taking God's place. As it wouldn't have worked that well. And then Crowley would have took Lucifer's place again, back as a king in the throne of heaven. I thought something like that would have been really cool, or Sam and Dean getting split up, getting those responsibilities, and then struggling to handle it, blah, blah, blah. But at one point, we did have everybody under the same roof. We had God, Lucifer, all inside the bunker, and it was great. This season finale reminds me of the season finale to season 3 of Teen Wolf, 3B, which is one of the best seasons of television I've ever watched. But at the very end of the finale, it's revealed to be in a dreamlike state or whatever, and then Kate is still alive, and it just doesn't feel exciting going into season 4, and season 4 wasn't that great. So I'm hoping that's not the same vibe going into season 12 of Supernatural, but regardless, season 11 it's up there. We'll talk about it. It's up there. But with that out of the way, we'll hop on over into our Supernatural Season 11 JerAwards. We're going to kick things off with favorite episode. We have a lot of nominees. Episode 1, Out of the Darkness into the Fire. 2, Form and Void. 3, Bad Seed. 4, Baby. 6, Our Little World. 8, Just My Imagination. 9, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? 10, The Devil in the Details. 11, Into the Mystic. 15, Beyond the Mat. 16, Safe House. 18, Hell's Angel. 20, Don't Call Me Shirley. All in the Family for 21. 22, We Happy Few. And 23, Alpha and Omega, because the 75% of it was great. Now, winner for favorite episode, I'm going to switch it up, and I'm actually going to give you my top 4. I'll give you my top 5 for this one, because there is a good one that could fit in 5, but I kind of like a Mount Rushmore style of episodes, but I have a specific order. So I'd give my honorary mention to Devil in the Details for episode 10. Great episode. Fucking phenomenal. Number 4 is going to be episode 15, Beyond the Mat. I thought it was really fun. I'm a wrestling fan. It played well for me as Monster of the Week. I think it deserves a spot. Number 3 is 22, We Happy Few. Again, phenomenal ending. Number 2, Don't Call Me Shirley. Are you fucking kidding me? But my favorite episode of all of season 11 is season 11, episode 4, Baby. That's just good television. It's just good television all the way around. I don't think it's my favorite episode of the entire show, but it's fucking up there, man. Jesus. For favorite scene, season 11, episode 1, the baby reveal. Not the car baby, but the actual Amara. Season 11, episode 2, just everything to do with Crowley. From 11-4, every scene. From baby, literally every scene was fucking great. 11-4, Sam and Dean sitting and talking in the car when Dean was in the front seat, Sam was in the back. From 11-6, Amara saving Dean. From 11-9, Lucifer revealing he was the one talking to Sam. 11-10, Cass being revealed to be the vessel for Lucifer. 11-11, Make-A-Wish. Mildred making Dean watch the sunset. From 11-12, the boys eating a home-cooked meal. From 11-15, Sam and Dean at the wrestling match. From 11-16, the parallel of Bobby and Rufus, and Sam and Dean doing their research, drinking and eating, etc. From 11-20, God's song at the end. From 11-21, Dean asking God questions. 11-22, God and Lucifer having a sit-down apology. And from 11-22, the Avengers team up. This one was tough. I was initially going to give it to Sam and Dean sitting in the car having that conversation, because it was a real like brother moment that they haven't really had on screen in a while. But my favorite moment of this whole season was Dean asking God questions and getting emotional and crying, saying like, "What about the suffering? What about this? Were you aware? Did you know? Like, you pretty much abandoned us." Loved everything about it. Most heartbreaking scene. Oh yeah. From 11-1, Mike leaving his baby after revealing his wife was dead. 11-3, Cass's seizure. From 11-6, Crowley being betrayed by Amara. 11-8, young Sam telling off Sully. Oh. From 11-9, Sam realizing he's been played by Lucifer. From 11-14, Sam realizing Cass was Lucifer. 11-16, Dean seeing Bobby. 11-18, Dean yelling out to Cass. 11-19, Jesse finding his brother's body. 11-22, Lucifer getting his apology. And 11-23, Sam and Dean hugging. Now, the winner, because it was almost terrifying at the same time, was from episode 9, and that was Sam realizing that he had been played by Lucifer. That moment, just Sam's immediate, just like kind of confidence to like being shattered and having a tear form up in his eye. Fuck. The one that ripped my heart out the most was probably Dean yelling out to Cass. I think the other scene was better, but the way he said Cass and them two hugging in the finale was phenomenal. But just Sam having that realization just is gut wrenching. Funniest scene was actually tough to pick. It was rough, but once a certain moment happened, it took the cake. And I'll go ahead and tell you it's the last thing I'm going to say is the winner. So your nominees from 11-3, O-Girl saying she has rights, and Dean responding with, "I have a fake badge." And I have a fake badge. From 11-10, Crowley making Rowena hop. From 11-10, You know, what are you going to do on your top side? This is Lucifer talking. I'm just going to move to LA and solve crimes. Wow. From 1110 as well, 3 nominees from 1110. It was I Am Coming, written on Cass's chest. Was hilarious looking. No part of that felt intimidating. I was just like, that boy needs ointment. But your winner comes from season 11, episode 16, and that was Rufus telling the leader of the neighborhood watch it was officially none of her damn business. Top tier. There was no favorite kiss, so we'll move directly into favorite kill. From 11-1, Dean killing the witch. From 11-4, Dean beheading Deputy Dumbass with the car door kingpin style. From 11-5, Lynn killing Sydney. From 11-9, Amara killing the angels. From 11-11, Cassifer killing the angel. From 11-12, Dean killing the janitor. 11-12 as well, Claire killing Henry. From 11-15, Crowley killing Simmons with the hand of God power. Now the build-up for that was great, but my favorite kill was Cassifer killing the angel into woods. I don't know why, it just felt nice. Favorite quote. There's only 3 nominees here. I'll tell you the best one last. At least I wasn't a coward, from season 11, episode 20, Metatron talking to God. From 11-22, maybe to be king again, you need to remember to be a soldier. Dean to Crowley. These are paraphrased, by the way. But your winner comes from season 11, episode 10, because again, that episode, that's Devil in the Details, right? Episode 10 is fucking insane. That episode's so good. But favorite quote was from Sam talking to Lucifer. I'm ready to die. I'm ready to watch the people I love die, but I'm not ready to be your bitch. As soon as he said that shit, I was like, winner, winner, chicken dinner. There it is. To say that to the devil? To his face? Ooh. Sammy got balls. We got rapid fire here, so keep up. Favorite case from season 11, episode 4 was the Ghoul Pyre. Favorite monster? Lucifer. Just Lucy, yeah. Favorite ship? There really isn't any. Like, there really isn't. I put Dean and Baby on here. The car, Baby. I put Sam and Piper, the girl he smashed. Dean and Mildred, but like, there's nothing to give here. So I'm just going to give it to Dean and his car. Dean and Baby. Do with that what you will. Least favorite character was Simmons. Why? Because she double-crossed Crowley. Little shit. Favorite friendship? Bobby and Rufus was a nominee. They're only in for 1 episode. Favorite friendships going back to Sam and Dean. I feel like they really sparked again this season, like they have in seasons past, and it was it was quite enjoyable to watch. All the way around. It was nice. Most underrated character, Rowena. Easily. Favorite character. You ready for this? Sam, Dean, Cass, Crowley, Cassifer, God/Chuck, Billy, Rowena. Those are your nominees. Your winner, breaking a 3-season streak. 3 straight seasons was Crowley. But your winner this season is Cassifer. Lucifer in Cass's body. The most enjoyable character every single time they were on screen. One, the guy that originally played Lucifer this whole time acted his ass off inside the cell. But then Misha doubling down, bouncing back and forth between Lucifer and Cass. Perfection. That leads us into favorite season and season names. If you need a quick recap of the season names, I'm going to go in order, starting with season 1 as 2.5 Men. Season 2 was Deal or No Deal. Season 3, TikTok. Season 4 was Touched by an Angel. 5 was Apocalypse Now. 6, A Scrambled Mess. 7, Steaming Pile of Ooze. 8, I Write Sins, Not Tragedies. 9, Metaverse. 10, Oh Hi Mark. And 11, I had two names for 11. I'm still going back and forth on it. First one was Yin Yang. Yin and Yang, because, it light in the dark. But also, the other one was a quote. I like to do quotes for movies or song titles and stuff. It was also perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Where does season 11 rank, though, is the big question. Season 11 is easily in my top 5 seasons. For sure. Easy. Was it better than season 10? Yes. Yeah. Was it better than seasons 5 or 4? No. What about finale? I'll give you the names. Starting with season 1, The Exorcist / We Don't Trade Lives Captain. 2, A Deal with the Devil. 3, Time's Up. 4, Double Agent. 5, Down the Rabbit Hole. 6, Out with the Old, In with the New. 7, Alone. 8, And They All Fall Down. 9, Born Again. 10, Lock and Key. 11. I have 2 names for the finale for 11. I'm torn between them. One was, I'm sorry, I can't be perfect. Or family. Either or, those work. Is this in the top 5 finales? No. No, it's not. Was it a better finale than season 10? No. Was it a better finale than season 9? Yeah. Do with that information what you will, because we have only 4 seasons left, which is crazy. There's 4 whole fucking seasons of this show left. It's not a complaint. That's a good thing. But to see where that ends up ranking is going to be nutty. This part's just for Patreon peeps. If you're here over on YouTube, you also get this at the start of the next episode. This is just your D20 stats. Your most rolled number was the number 18, rolled 5 times. Highest number rolled was the number 20, rolled twice. Lowest number was the number 1, rolled 4 times. Double digit beat single digits. 59% to 41%, 20 to 14. Evens beat odds, 19 to 15. That's 56% to 44%. Back-to-back rolls was the number 1 in episodes 2 and 3. I just realized that 1, 2, 3. Numbers matching the episode 18, we rolled an 18. Numbers not rolled was 6, 7, 11, 13, 16, and 17. So there's your D20 stats from season 11. Now, with all that out of the way, we'll turn it over to the in memoriam. Rest in peace, rest in piss, rest in dirt, whatever you want to say, to the following people. All of the construction workers and people infected. Mike, Ephraim, Jonah, Hannah, Jenna's grandmother, Deputy Jenna, the 3 witches Rowena killed, the 1 witch killed by the demon, Nanny 1, Nanny 2, all of the souls Amara ate, Mr. Markham, Deputy Dumbass, times 2, he died twice, Wendy, Scott, Miss Kemper, Dawn of the Secret Lover, oh, Dawn and her secret lover, like I said, a movie title, Dawn of the 7, Sydney, Demon Dean killed, the Demon Sam killed, Lynn Fletcher, Sparkles, Nick the Unicorn, Audrey, all the religious peeps Amara killed, the angels Amara killed, Ambriel, Rowena / Psyche, she came back, Patrick Leahy, Moira Leahy, Mara Leahy, however the fuck you say it, Harold, Arthur, Nithiel, the angel that Lucifer snapped, Mr. P, Mr. Wheeler, Henry, Stacy Altman, Dan Harper, Sonia, Kareen, the Kareen demon monster thing, Betty, World War II Bluefin soldiers, Delphine, Larry the Hangman Lee, Wrestling Dad, Sean Harley, aka The Miz, Simmons, Duke, the Crossroads Demon, Gunner Lawless, Big Guy, Rose, Sheriff Topper Guy, Sheriff Trooper Guy, Dr. Kessler, Corbin, Jaffiel, Maddie, all the people taken by the critters, Chitters, all the people that died and came back thanks to God. What does it look like that? My vision's going to shit. The thousands killed by Amara's fog, Metatron, Donatello, Clea and the other 3 witches, and all the ghosts killed at Waverly Hill. Their spirits sucked in. I think they all got exterminated or resurrected. Who cares? Rest in peace to those peeps. Like I said, all in all, season 11 was a lot of fun. It was great. It definitely has its spot up at the top of this entire show. I'm excited to see where they go off the heels of season 11, like what they do in season 12. Is it just going to be about this girl showing up? Is she going to be relevant? Am I going to care? Is it going to be a fun storyline? I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's heading that way, and I hate to judge a book by its cover like that. But I'm excited to see where it goes. I Like I said, we had a very two rough seasons with 6 and 7, but 8, 9, and 10 have been 8, 9, 10, and 11 have been four straight bangers. 12, 13, 14, and 15, there has to be a lull somewhere in there. I hope it's just one lull. I don't know, but if it's all straight fire from that point, man, it'll be interesting to see where this show ends up on my all-time favorite list. Shows that we've watched on the channel, it's easily in the top 10, but we'll have to wait and see where it winds up. I enjoyed it. There's a couple things I do different, but overall, I think the season was so close to being perfect. We almost had an absolute perfect season on our hands. I don't think it still would have topped season 5, but the way they interlooped the story, the way they kept even the Monster of the Week episodes in touch with the story, Amara felt like such a threat, but then when it came time to show her as a threat, they did it well, but there should have been more of it. Like thousands of people dying, I would have liked to have seen that happen. It's like Gore the God Butcher in Thor Love and Thunder. Like, you build him up, but we really don't see him doing it, so I can't really buy into it. Even though I know the character is badass, you have to show it sometimes. I think they did a good job with Amara keeping her mystique and stuff. But I mean, she started off terrifying and then ended up just falling in love with humanity, kind of. So I don't know. We'll definitely see both of them again. I don't know when, but for now, you will see me for season 4, episode 1. I'll see you there. So yeah, links and everything will be in the description box down below. Playlist will be up on screen. As always, stay cute, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one.